It is the 6th of November 1939, and if you remember, the Chinese National Revolutionary Army has been fighting the Imperial Japanese Army in central China for the last 2 years, and finally, in this very month, the Chinese launched their first counter-offensive, and it's enormous. It takes on the Japanese on multiple fronts and leads to great territorial gains against the surprised and really rather spread out Japanese army. Now, they have requested, that is, the Chinese have requested aid from Britain and in turn from the United States of America, because Britain and the US are growing much closer together in their bond, not to see Europe destabilised or the Far East destabilised by these militaristic dictatorships. So Britain says, well, we cannot actually send an army, we can't even send a navy at this point because we are entirely confronted with the threat of Germany in Europe. However, they will send financial aid. First of all, the British allow the Chinese to use Hong Kong, which at this point is a British colony. They say they can use Hong Kong as a port, and 60,000 tonnes per month are passing through Hong Kong to the Chinese forces. However, it would not be long before the Japanese had entirely besieged Hong Kong and no more supplies could be passed through that way. But in turn, the British had funded a road called the Burma Road, which leads from Burma, which is another British colony, into China. They then provide £500,000 in 1939 money to help the Chinese to buy lorries to help drive supplies in. The United States of America have seen how Britain has allowed the use of Hong Kong harbour for Chinese resupply and the construction and purchase of lorries for the Burma Road from Burma into China for more resupply of Chiang Kai-shek's Chinese National Revolutionary Army. However, the United States pledges $25 million